Hello, what's going on, good listeners of this podcast? Coming to you with another episode here on 6th of January 2024 this time. How are you? Huh? You good? I hope you're good. I'm not only hoping you're good, I'm hoping that you're going to have the best day of your life today. The best one. Well, you can say, oh, but I'm listening to this at night. I only have 2 hours left. Well, that's your loss. Okay, so yeah, all jokes aside, we are in a new year. And how's your new year going on so far? Let's take a look at how mine is going so far. So, funnily enough, my new year has started in such a good and such a bad way at the same time. And you guys might be asking, why is it going very good and very bad at the same time? Well, I have a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm making it rain money-wise. You have no idea how much money I'm making, okay? It might be a lot of money in your standards or not, I don't know that much, but for my standards, that's a lot. And I also started to save some money. I usually am not very careful with how I'm spending my money. I spend a lot of money on snacks, and nearly every day I go to the supermarket and buy something sweet or buy something salty, but I've stopped doing that. Well, today I bought me some snacks, but as I said, 6th of January is the first time for me to buy some snacks. 6 days without any snacks, that sounds good. I'm following a very strict diet right now. Or should I say I was following, because I went to a restaurant. I know the guy who owns the restaurant and he loves me and I love him. A bromance, totally. Yeah, I tell them that you're being loved, bro. He says, likewise. That's something big in man's world, okay? But that's all the good things. But the bad part of it is that when I was about to leave, he just got this bowl of dessert out of nowhere and said, yeah, before you go, how about you eat this? I go, no, I can't eat this. He understood it as, I can't eat it because I don't have time. But the truth was, I couldn't eat it because I didn't want to. I'm in diet. But he's not a guy that would say, oh, you're trying to do a diet, I'ma be okay with that. He goes, nah, you're taking it. And I took it. So I came home with a bowl of dessert. And let me remind you, this was at lunch. So for 6 hours, okay, until I come home, I resisted the temptation of eating this dessert. I'm looking at the dessert is looking at me. I said, no, I'm in a diet, okay? I'm not gonna eat you. The dessert is going, but I'm very sweet, you know? But I could, no, I can't eat you, okay? I have some goals. So I come home and I still have the dessert and I should do something with it. And I knock on my aunt's door. And my aunt doesn't answer the door. So at this point, it's me and the dessert now. I ate it. So that was yesterday, I suppose, and it was the first sweet thing of the year, and today I got myself a snack. But, you know, if we compare myself to last year, it's still a great improvement. Anyway, so I said that my year is going very good and very bad at the same time. And I explained why it's going so well until so far, with saying, okay, I'm making money, I'm saving money. And I'm also in a diet, so it's going very well. So you might ask, why is it going so bad? Then I must tell you that my time for a mandatory military service that is being forced on me by our lovely government is coming up. I only have 1 year left. Okay, 1 year. So the thing is that you can pay money and not go to the mandatory military service. That's an option. So instead of going 6 months, you pay money and you go for 21 days. And with the New Year's, everybody has got raises for their wages, including me. But also that meant that the price you have to pay to not go to the military service has also went up. And it went up really, really, really high. So if you don't want to, forcefully being taken away from your home and from your loved ones for 6 months straight without any compensation at all, you must now pay $6,000. So, I don't know how much $6,000 means to you, okay? That means a lot to me. That's a lot of money. Let me tell you how much money is that. Last year I started working, okay, and even though there are some gaps in my working career, I have worked for a year in total. And during this time, I tried my best to not be wasteful and try to put aside as much money as I can, okay? And after that 1 year, I must continue working for another year to save up that $6,000. How does that even make sense? My 2 years is just wasted. Yeah, they go, the government is going, herder, it's only 6,000, pay us and don't go to. How about herder, you miserable people pay us a living wage so we can save up $6,000 and pay? How about as an engineer I get less than $500 every month, so how am I going to, spend the necessary expenses and then also save $6,000? How does that even make sense? Herder, you gotta piss off. And as I said, I have a year of time left, and by the way, I wasn't going to have this 1 year of time. If you are studying in a university, they add some time because they say, oh, we care so much about the education. You might as well take some time for your education. So I am attending to this online university. I'm doing an online master's right now. And truth to be told, I'm not doing it to get lots of information. Don't get me wrong, I'm getting information. But the truthful purpose of it was to postpone the time that I must go. And right now, I have a whole new problem. And this new problem is that I have finals. How am I supposed to work my ass off and then work for my finals and then create a project? So I'm battling with these thoughts and I'm looking at the links, okay? It's because every lesson that I have, okay, is being uploaded to the internet, and I'm clicking the link, trying to listen stuff, clicking the link, trying to listen to stuff. And then I click this link of a lesson and then it just goes straight to Amazon. I'm like, what am I doing at Amazon.com? Isn't this a shopping site? And then it opens a page for a camera, and I'm looking at this page of a camera that is being sold on Amazon, and the image of the camera is looking at me, and I'm contemplating, like, where have I done wrong? In life, what have I done wrong? Whom am I pissed to be in the situation that I'm in? So yeah, it's going well, but it's also effed up at the same time. That being said, yeah, that was the new year. That was the broad picture, if you will. And now let's talk about today. Let's get our magnifying glasses and let's take a closer look at what happened today. Today was the most productive day until 3 p.m. So I'm doing this tutoring job online, and today I had lots and lots and lots of classes. So I wake up, I do my first lesson, and then I run to the kitchen, I put some eggs on the stove, I come back, I do the other lesson, I go back to the kitchen, take the eggs off the stove, they're boiled, I say okay, it's good, I make myself a protein shake, I do the lesson while I'm drinking it, I finish the lesson, I do work out, and then I go take the eggs, make myself a sandwich, I eat them, and after I eat them I go back to another lesson. I'm doing so much at the same time. I do a lesson, I have a 5-minute break, I go and I clean my room, I fold my clothes, everything is going so well, I'm being so productive. And then 3 p.m. comes, and at 3 p.m. all of my lessons are finished. And I think, oh, now that I have lots of free time, I can concentrate on my stuff. Look at how much I have accomplished in this very small amount of time. But now I have the whole day. I could probably finish everything that I need to finish today. I didn't do anything. The comfort, man. I'm not good with comfort. If I'm on the blade's edge, okay, if I'm on the blade's edge, I do everything. I'm fast on my feet. I'm a quick thinker. But if I have some time, I'm relaxed, I'm well fed, then I do nothing. Now I'm recording again at 9 p.m. But I am recording. That should tell you something. I'm recording. And if you guys ask me, why are you recording? Couldn't you record tomorrow? No, I can't. I can't because I made a promise to myself that every Saturday that I must record a new episode for this podcast. And if you guys were to ask me why did you make yourself such a strict promise? What's the purpose of that? The purpose of it is I work with lots of people, and then I have met with this person who has been working as an engineer for 20 years. 20 years straight. And I think you can reasonably assume that anybody who has been doing their job very well, and let me tell you, he has been doing his job very well. I've looked at his certificates, his accomplishments, his CV was full. And then I looked and saw his salary and I was devastated. 20 years of life just went away, and he still has to work very, very, very hard. He can't say like, okay, I worked so hard, but you know what, at the end of the day, I'm gonna collect the fruits of my accomplishments. I'm gonna spend the later time of my life with my family. I'm gonna be a wonderful parent for my children. No, like, it was so little that he had to work really hard. And then I kind of thought that as an engineer myself, is this going to be my future? And it very well might be. And, working for 20 years doesn't amount to nothing. Then what's the plan B? And this is where you guys come in. This is where you guys play a role, okay? I'm gonna be making an episode every Saturday for 20 years straight, and you're going to be listening to me, right? Yeah, like 20 years. I thought, like, if I were to be doing this for 20 years, then, like, there's a 0.0005% chance that I'm gonna end up famous. I might as well take my chances at this point, because we are just seeing that the other option doesn't work out. Alright, so since we are on a higher note, let's continue with a higher note. Let's find something funny that has happened to me or I have seen. What do we have here? So while I was walking around in the city, I just saw a sign of a restaurant that I just couldn't fathom. So I'm walking and I see a picture of a sandwich, and at the top of it, it says, "Fish sandwich, come find us here." I go, okay, fish sandwich, not a bad idea, because I don't like eating fish usually, but if you put it in a sandwich, it's kind of easy to consume, so I go, alright, where is this fish sandwich place? I turned my head and what I saw was horrifying. And I truly mean horrifying. There's this one gas station, and in the gas station, they sell fish sandwiches. Who wants to eat? First of all, let's give two options. Option A, who wants to eat in a gas station? I would assume nobody. And if you have to eat in a gas station, would you guys eat something that can go bad and poison you really bad from a gas station? So I'm losing my mind, because if I recall correctly, there was this one zombie movie, and then they jokingly said the virus started from a gas station hamburger. So I'm going, alright, like, this is interesting. And I continue reading this street sign that's about the fish sandwich. And then it says, we have fish wraps too. I go, what is happening? Who would take a wrap, put fish in it, and then roll it, and then try to sell? Who in their right minds would try to do that? And I'm a wrap guy, I wrap everything. I'm lazy, I just take lots of stuff, I mash them in a wrap, I just roll it, I eat it. That's basically my personality. But even I wouldn't eat a fish wrap. If you forget the part about the gas station, and I know it's hard to forget about that, but still I wouldn't eat a fish wrap. You eat chicken wraps, you eat egg wraps, you eat shawarma. That's about it. Don't disrespect the wrap. What else do we have here? Alright, so I don't know if you guys have listened to the last week's podcast, but last week I talked about how simple men are as creatures. And and this week I have seen it broad as daylight again. Like, I don't need convincing myself, but maybe you guys aren't convinced, so I'm gonna give you this one example too. We have this WhatsApp group with my friends, with my male friends, and this WhatsApp group's name is "Are we meeting this Monday?" So while I was on the train commuting, I see a notification. One guy at the WhatsApp group sends a question mark. And at the time it took me to open the notification, all the guys except me has sent a plus sign, meaning that they will be attending. And then I also sent a plus sign, meaning that I will be attending as well. And within a minute, we decided that we will be meeting on Monday. And we all know that we are working, so we're going to be doing this meeting at the end of our work. We know which cafe we're going to be meeting, because we always meet at the same cafe. And within 1 minute, it's just done. I now know how am I going to spend my Monday evening. That's a perk of being a man, I should say. Alright, what else happened? Oh, and also on the last week's episode, I was very upset because I forgot to do this one segment. And guess what? Right now is the segment day. Let's roll it. If I had the money. The money, baby. Yeah, this is the segment called If I Had the Money, and you guessed it, we talk about what we guys would do if we had the money here. So I'm gonna start by telling you my biggest dream that I would do with money, okay? So if I were to making lots of money, but this doesn't have to be millions and millions and millions. For this dream of mine to come true, I only need a respectable amount of money, a respectable amount of salary, let's say. So if I were to gain this kind of money, and you might be asking, what's this kind of money? It's probably around $3,000. And that's big money here in Turkey. And first thing I would do, I would move to a very small city here in Turkey, because I'm living in a big city, and in this big city, you could live comfortably with that kind of money, but who cares about living comfortably? I have bigger plans. So I moved to this new city. It's a very small city. So I go there. First, I build myself a mansion. So everybody is going, oh, who's the new guy? Alright? So after I build my mansion and everybody got their eyes on me, I then build like a family health clinic. Okay? Like there's a family health clinic that is being built in my neighborhood. It's very small. When I look at it, I can think like, oh, I can do this. With a reasonable amount of probability, I can start building something like that and finish it in a good sense, like without any errors. So the second thing I do is I build a health clinic that is small, and then I gift it to the community. And now everybody is going, oh, mister. They're talking about me all the time. They go, this new guy comes here and brought us health. This guy's building us a hospital, such generosity. I have never seen things such as this. And now I'm the most famous guy. And now I'm the most famous guy of the town. How about that? And everybody loves me, and then I run for a mayor. And then I'm a mayor and I go to the Congress of Turkish Republic. I don't know how. I don't know if the mayors are in the Congress, but I don't know. But like with this very small amount of power, I become a fish. Not a whale, but like a shark. I don't mean it in a predatory way. I mean it like a medium-sized fish. But then I go to a pond, so I'm very huge in their eyes, and I got into politics. I buy my way into politics that I would do if I had, roll the jingle, if I had the money. So yeah, before we go, let's do a little reading. What do we have here? So the topic of this news article is Toronto man runs 242 marathons in a year. And I'm thinking to myself, how much free time do you have? 242 marathons. And what's a marathon? Like, how long is a marathon? They don't say it in an article. So a marathon is 42 point something kilometers. And how much time would it take to run 42 kilometers? 6 hours? 8 hours? I guess. Let's say 8 hours, okay? Instead of searching this up, let's drown in our own ignorance. Let's say 8 hours. So this guy has run 8 hours for 242 days in a year. So this guy had 2/3 of a year free for himself and then decided to say, you know what? Instead of spending time with my family, try to find myself a loved one, I don't know, do stuff for charity. Just something. Instead of that, he goes, yeah, I'm just gonna run. Yeah, I like running. Why? Why would you do such thing? And this thing doesn't explain everything. It says this one guy has run freestyle marathons, meaning there's no set track, he just runs the distance, sure. And then he traveled across North America, South America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. And he has run lots of miles in each location. And he's going to be applying for Guinness World Records. Why did I start reading this? Okay, that's this episode. Like, my brain can't make fun of stuff that it can't comprehend, and like I can't think of anything funny about it because that's just what too much free time does for you. Like, if I had 242 days for myself, a year, I would try to, probably learn a new language, I guess. That sounds cool. At least when you do that, you can carry it with yourself your whole life. Like, you can continue speaking your whole life. Let's say you learned French. You spent 1 year of your life, but, for the rest 40 to 50 years, you can, reap the benefits of it. But, I have ran. Well done. That's all. That's all you can get. Alright, as I said, that's the episode. My brain isn't working, so I hope you guys have a wonderful time, and I hope you to be safe, and bye-bye.